Welcome to moreforlife.com. I'm Michael Moore. In this video, we're going to be working with Salome. Salome's in her 30s and she's going to be getting married. So we're going to create a fresh bridal look for her. In part one of Salome's application, we're going to start with primer and then move into an airbrush foundation and a finishing powder. Let's get started. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing more of a fresh bridal look for her. This look is going to be able to take her into all of her bridesmaids luncheons, right into her bachelorette party. So we're going to start off with a primer. When you're a bride, you want to make sure that your makeup lasts all day long. So everything we're going to be using on her today is actually going to be waterproof. And so you want to start off with a primer that's going to give a more matte, fresh, clean look to the skin. Take away any pores, any discoloration, and make sure you're finding the primer that's right for you. I'm going to do this up underneath her eyes. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a spray-on foundation. Something like this is amazing because it's not going to transfer onto anything else. It's not going to transfer onto a wedding dress, onto a bridesmaid's dress, onto your father's tuxedo or your husband's tuxedo. And this is just a really great, because all it is pure pigment and pure water. So you basically, you could use this and spray it onto your face. I like to spray it into my hand and use it this way. Look all the way out. We're going to use this as a concealer up underneath Salome's eyes. Take it, fill the whole ocular cavity, and this will never feel heavy. You will not ever feel it on the surface of your skin. There's a lot of different brands like this out in the world. I tend to use the ERA classified cosmetics, which I love. Christian Dior has some, Sally Hansen even actually has some, and they're all very similar in texture. It's just about trying to find the right color for you. So voila, circle is totally gone, and you don't even look like there's anything on your face, which is so nice. A lot of brides will pay a lot of extra money to have a person that will come and airbrush their foundation on. This way you can actually do it just yourself. And it gives you the same exact look, and sometimes even a little bit better. I'm also going to use the lighter color. We're going to use it right around the nasolabial fold on Salome. This is where she tends to get a little bit of a shadow. Those shadows will age you really quickly as the day goes on. The other great thing about this foundation is if you're using it on a more mature face, what happens is when you're smiling, those lines come onto the face, and a lot of times they don't go away. This way, it basically works like elasticity, and it goes in and out. So when she smiles, smile for me, and then let go, it just stays right there and just goes right with the skin. It can be used as an eyeshadow base. It can be used as a foundation. It just goes everywhere you need it to go. So Salome has a few freckles on her nose, which we're just going to tone those down because you don't want them to stand out in your pictures. But we're not going to cover them up. And it's so quick and easy to put on, and you'll never feel like your face is melting as the day goes on. Now, Salome does have a nose ring, which I'm going to allow that to be left on the face, even while I'm doing the makeup. If you get makeup on it like this, you just basically wipe it off. It's just a hazard of having it in your face, right? So now we're going to take a powder, just a finishing powder, one that's more skin tone correct for her. You could actually use a translucent powder. I do fear sometimes a translucent powder that's white when somebody who's a little bit more golden, that it actually will tend to look a little blue. So I always like to go with more of a skin tone correct kind of powder. So your wedding day can be a very nervous kind of day. You might sweat a little bit more. It might be a summer wedding, whatever. So just make sure that you really powder yourself down. And we'll go into bronzer a little bit later, because when you're looking at Salome and she's very golden, we need to bring that goldenness into the face. She's using things that are actually turning her cells over a little bit more. And so that's always going to give you a little bit of a lighter face. So always make sure the head and the body become one, so that when she's wearing a bridal gown and you see the white gown, you don't see a tan body and all of a sudden a really white face. That's it for part one of Salome. To see her transformation continue, check out Salome part 2 right here on moreforlife.com. Thanks for watching.